when it comes to spirituality and enlightenment, I know those words can easily be thrown around, but when it comes to the actual fact of them, a person has to either be all about it or not be about it at all. Because you can't be enlightened for 23 hours of the day and have an hour where you're not, and you're rude and unhappy and eat unhealthy and destroy your body and curse people and watch violence, and you got to be in control of your thoughts. If a negative thought gets in your mind, you let it come and go, kind of thing. It's not that hard if you really think about it. It's just people, they sort of let themselves be defeated. And it's basically, I had so many things I wanted to say, of course. Then once I grabbed my phone and started recording, the words skipped my mind because I'm working still. I have band practice, but this was important. And while I'm walking in the building to put my stuff away, I figured I'd do a little talk. And I realized that, the whole saying, fake it till you make it, doesn't just mean act like it. Maybe say you want to grow, like you're a kid and you want to grow up to be something. You're not going to be there are certain things that you're not going to be at that exact moment in time. But what you would do is don't fake it till you make it and walk around saying, I'm a movie star, or I'm a whatever it is that you want to be. But what you do is basically picture yourself as whatever point in life you're in. Say, like right now, I'm acting as if I'm a well-known musician / entertainer, and more importantly, a spiritual teacher and someone who helps the world. It's just in the preface, it's just like, the time before. This is how it's going as I lead up to that point. So, there's nothing more to it than that. So I have to stay in that assumption instead of, I feel that way most of the time, and then sometimes throughout the day, I get down and depressed because, something isn't happening for me, because I lose track of thinking how it's all just happening in its own time. And I know that. But then there comes times where it's hard to remember that because you interact with people and you can't just sit by yourself all day. But, it takes that true dedication. So you have to be all in or all out. And once a certain thing happens, you cannot be all in. So it gets pretty difficult when you want to just be like, hey, I want to, go back to doing whatever other people do. Because, at the same time, I don't. It's just to be all in. Sometimes people do look at you like you're crazy. But, I love them anyway. It's not like I care that they look at me like I'm a crazy person sometimes. But, I'd rather they didn't. But that's what it is. So, anywho, that's what I wanted to say. It's either be all the way in, or you can't be like, people that go to church that are religious on Sunday. They're really religious. They go to church. Yep. What do you believe in? Oh, they'll recite something that they read in the Bible. Which, like I said before, I don't put anything down about the Bible or any spiritual path or any religious teachings that people want to get into. Whatever they want to do. It's nothing. It's not my business to put any of that stuff down. What I'm like, I honestly, they're all true, but at the same time, they're just not all complete. Like, nothing can be complete when it's still happening right now, and you're learning it from something from thousands of years ago. It's the same thing that's still happening, but the words to the deeds and the events that are going to happen can't be pre-written. We could put them into words as they unfold, but life is still happening. God is past, the present, the future. So it's like you just have to put faith in the idea and the mindset that things are happening the way they're supposed to, and you can help things along in their path for yourself, especially if you do things that would lead you there. You can't just sit around and expect things to happen for you. But when you start actually feeling like what you want to become, you become that because you feel like that. When you feel happy, you're happy. When you literally feel like you're a millionaire, you'll become a millionaire. But you got to stay in that feeling. And I haven't really been trying to do that. I feel great. I haven't even been thinking about money. I know I need to eventually do that so I can have all the stuff I want. But I'm mastering my mind first. So anyway, I think I'm doing it right because money isn't the most important thing to me. Living with my kids isn't the most important thing to me. I mean, in a human sense, it would be, I would say, but in a all around everything sense, my spiritual quest, my path is actually the most important thing to me, like more than anything. But that doesn't mean that everything isn't important, because due to my path being my most important thing, everything is part of my path. So to me, everything is important, as in it's like part of me and who I am and what I do and everything in my life. So I do love them unconditionally. So, but my interpretation of it starts with me. So I have to put me first in this human existence, but not in a way that's going to be negative towards anybody else or anything else. And those concepts are pretty simple, but I don't know why people can't follow them. Anyway, I got to go to band practice, and I'm sitting in this room at the warehouse because I didn't want echo, but it still sort of echoes, sounds like a box, and it's got a air conditioning on. So anyway, talk to you later. Peace.